bringing you truth without compromise for the family. Hello everyone, welcome back to Fix the Family. My name is Raylan Alamo and we are bringing you truth without compromise for the family. This is our blog edition. We're doing character clips, and tonight we want to talk about attitude. Now, we started off talking about consistency and before that, well, consistency and then persistence, perseverance. We want to keep things going, and so we got to have a proper attitude. And as we're going through our examination of conscience with my family in our night prayers each evening, I like to remind them that one of the important things that we need to look at is, were we respectful? Were our kids respectful to us? And one item of that, one way in which they are or not respectful, is if they had a good attitude when they did something we asked them to do. Okay, so it's one thing to be obedient, but if they don't have the right attitude and they do something begrudgingly, then there can be some sin in that, and it's actually a big weakness. And so again, these character clips, we want to practice them ourselves as fathers, as parents, so that we can display them to our kids, for our kids to pick up on them and practice them themselves. Now, they say that attitude is a difference maker. Some say that attitude is everything. It's a big deal. The way we look at things, the way we approach things is huge. And it's going to make a big difference in the results that we get. And that's what matters, is the results. So we need to be careful and watch. What is our outlook on things? How do we look at it? And it often determines how things are going to turn out, because as what Zig Ziglar says, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. And what do we have control over? There's a lot of things we don't have control over. The weather, the environment, things that just come up, things that happen, accidents. But what we do always have control over is our attitude, and that's a bit of a self-discipline, right? A bit of self-control. So let's look at things that can help us to be able to control our attitude. And what are those things? Mainly our thoughts, right? So there are inputs into our thoughts that we need to be aware of, because there's a constant barrage, especially today in the information age, a constant barrage of information, things coming at us. So one thing I like to advise and suggest and practice myself is to turn off the media. The amount of negativity and often just misinformation in the media, it's often almost always skewed in one direction. Just leave it off. We can find out probably from our neighbor more of what's happening in reality than from the media and from the news. It's all negative. That's what sells, and that's why it's out there. There's other ways that we can get our information. So it is important to be informed, but to have the TV on, the news and the media. The other thing is what I just said, television. Very difficult to have lead a Catholic family with having television on. So it's a good thing to leave it off, or to not have a cable connection at all of any kind. So very good for a family to just leave the television off altogether, because if we're talking about our kids and their attitude, of these programs, especially things like the Disney Channel, nothing but sarcasm and disrespect all over the place, and they imitate that. They pick up on it quickly, and they act in kind. So these are the things we need to watch out for. What are the good inputs that we can get? There's always motivational, inspirational material, music, quality music. Those things raise our emotions, raise our thoughts to higher things. And of course, prayer. So just a regular routine of prayer. But these things keep our minds lifted and our attitude lifted toward higher things and the things that we can potentially accomplish. So let's work on our attitude this week. That's our character clip. Come back for more here at Fix the Family. My name is Raylan Alamo. God bless you.